Oh, I made it. Let me know that my audio is okay. 'Cause it was popping for me, but sometimes it does that and it doesn't do anything to the stream, so I don't know. We got some unhinged TikTok takes right now. We're gonna watch the first one. This poor woman on TikTok. Share your thoughts in the chat, and I'm gonna show you another couple of them, but this one's fun. Okay, let me make sure. How do I do this? Where is View tab on TikTok?
My daughter has been taken and I need your help. Excuse the way I look. I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm going to try not to cry. On 3/17 on Sunday, my husband always does the exchanges. She's allowed to be with her daughter every other Friday evening to Sunday evening. Every Sunday evening between the hours of 6 and 7 p.m., my husband goes and picks my daughter up because I have a victim protection order against my ex-husband for being physically abusive. He opened the door with a beer in his hand, refused my daughter access to leave. He physically assaulted my husband. We pressed assault and battery charges on him in the presence of a minor. I requested he take a drug and alcohol test per our court order. He has 24 hours to produce it. He is not to be drinking 24 hours before, during visitation with our daughter because he has a drinking problem. If he fails to do so, he loses all visitation until we see a judge again. In text message, he refused to take the drug test that I requested of him, told me that I will no longer be making demands of him. And I have since been blocked from my daughter's cell phone and from his cell phone, and I cannot contact anyone. I have not seen or heard from them since Sunday. It is now Tuesday, 3/19. On 3/18, the police took a report, and we need your help in locating her. We believe that he's taken her to Texas. If we can find out where in Texas that she's at, we can put in a pickup order by the police. He is 6'1", 180 pounds. Both of his arms are sleeved out. He's missing all of his front teeth except for the front right canine as pictured. I'm about to post pictures.
Oh.
He has blonde hair that's shaven down with blue eyes. My daughter's 4'9", 90 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. And she has shoulder length hair. He drives, excuse me. He drives a silver 2016 quad cab. The cops need information on where in Texas they are. We are filing contempt of court for 5 counts today. He's building Airbnbs somewhere in Texas that look like this.
So, like,
please message me as soon as possible with any information if you may see them. My daughter has been taken and I need your help.
Let me come back. Hold on. Right away. Are they really missing or are they just going to his job? The man has lost all his front teeth, yes. I'll never forget the time that I've said it on here. I probably shouldn't. I'll say it later because I don't want to get in trouble. It's too early. It's too early. I was on TikTok or whatever. I was watching a bunch of other videos after it. And then like the fourth one, we get the second side to the story. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Hold on. I already thought it was sus because you couldn't comment on the actual post. It was giving spam or like scam, but still don't know. Okay. Let's close out of there.
This child is not missing, and I believe this is a scam. This is just my belief, and let me explain. First of all, I want to confirm that police have seen the child. Police have confirmed that the child is with the father, and police have deemed the child safe, and police did not force the child back with their mother. Secondly, let me show you this video.
So if you've seen that video, it's about my dad. People told me to make a video and tell them what happened, like what actually happened. And so Sunday was their time to get her back, to get my little sister back. So they went to go pick her up, and I don't really know what happened, and she wasn't answering the phone or like what happened. Went on to the front porch and rang the doorbell to get her. And my dad told him multiple times to get off of his porch and get off of his property because he was not welcome. And he stepped down to the driveway and said, "What are you going to do about it?" and pushed my dad. So my dad hit him like any other person would. And the cops came and they told the cops what happened, and it got resolved. And my little sister didn't want to go home with Justin and Angela. So she didn't go with them, and they went back home. And my wrote a police report about all the other stuff that has happened that has led up to that, but I'm not going to put that on social media because obviously, and stop having people text me and my mom asking where my dad's job is to find them. My sister is fine. My dad's not a violent person. My sister is where she wants to be and where's best for her. And I understand it's court that she's supposed to be with Angela, but she doesn't want to be there, and it's not what's best for her. There's a lot of stuff that led up to this, to what happened Sunday, but I'm not going to put that on here because it's just personal and it can't go on social media. But if you knew the backstory, you would understand and you would get what happened. And yeah, she's not telling the full story nor the right story. They're just parents and they need to resolve it and not bring it to social media. They just need to learn how to co-parent and get along.
Now that we've got that out of the way, when you dig deeper into this mother, there's a lot. She has been arrested in the past for bank robbery, arrested in the past for larceny, and several other charges. And last year, she launched a series of videos with a similar story, but in regards to her husband and his daughter, they made the same story, that his ex was keeping his daughter away.
It's giving mental illness.
From him. And as a result, they launched a GoFundMe to help fight this case and get his daughter back and pay for the legal fees. They raised almost $20,000.
What?
And I'm told, allegedly, that money did not go to legal fees. So here we are with the latest story, this time with her daughter and her ex-husband.
Oh my God.
And guess what? She just launched a GoFundMe. But the child is not missing. This child is not missing, and I believe this is a
crazy, isn't it? If I ever, what do they call it when somebody ends up cashing out? What do you call that? Fuck. No, I'm not an idiot. I just had a brain injury. Okay, so I have a hard time recalling some shit. Just saying. What is it called? What was I even thinking? Where was I? I already forgot. Damn it. It's a rough day today. Okay. It's a rough day. Put her in jail. Yeah, are people getting jailed for this shit? Because I feel like it's stealing. Even though I feel like consent, baby. Your customers want to know what they're getting. Is it customers? It's donations. Whatever. What was I saying before that, though? I totally lost. The only reason I say, or I will tell people about the brain injury is because I'm tired of hearing that I pretend to be stupid. Okay? I don't pretend to be fucking stupid, okay? I just am. No, I'm just kidding. I just have a really hard time recalling. Lately, it's been a lot better. Like, I would say I've been symptom-free for like two or 3 months, but hey, there's always other factors. Anyways, what was I saying, though? That was important. I don't know. We're going to go to the next video until I remember. Bless my brain. Hold on. Where are we? Okay. I'm liking this one.
Listen, some of y'all ladies gonna have to settle.
Okay. Ladies, the men have spoken. Okay. They are telling you what they can and cannot meet in regards to your standards, expectations. Okay. They are telling on themselves in these videos while this man thinks that this hit. It is. Nothing says I'm desperate for anything like this video. Okay. Men, I get it. Okay. You're horny. I get the whole boners all the time. I get it. Okay. Wind hits it. You gotta, I get it. Okay. But stay the fuck off social media. If you ever say anything in regards to no hymen, no diamond. Okay. What else? Sexual market value. Settling with a beta. Like something entitlement. It's probably a bad sign. Let's keep going.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but listen.
Sounds like me.
Everybody can't have a perfect man out here. It ain't even enough of us around. Like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, we can go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest, because every woman ain't gonna get 80, 20, 100, 0, whatever y'all thinking is gonna be 60, 40. Some of y'all gonna have to go 50-50 and shit. Y'all might gotta go 60, 40 on your end with the man, just to be happy at the end of the day. Like, let's be realistic. Come on now. Somebody gonna have to settle, man. That's all I'm saying. All the straight men that's left in the world, a lot of them is in jail. A lot of them married. Went through that leave left. Everybody can't have.
But unfortunately, most people are blue-pilled. Someone. The unfortunate matter is that women would rather be single than just pick somebody. Men, on the other hand, rather than being single, obviously there's nuances. I know my MGTOW guys, some of them want nothing to do. I get it, okay? Nuanced. But overall, I would say men want women more. How do I know this? Based on the culture around men and shaming. I would argue most women are gay. It's a hot take. I'm just kidding. I don't actually believe that. But I want to dissect a little bit of it, especially at the end.
Ladies gonna have to settle. I'm sorry.
Ladies, you're going to have to settle. I would rather die alone. And I speak for women, okay?
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but listen, everybody can't have a perfect man out here. It ain't even enough of us.
Women are, I know the way men are seeing the whole dating culture, okay? I hear ya. However, women are taught something way different about men. And men are taught something way different about women. We hear a lot on the male side, especially with the rise of Andrew Tate and stuff like that. But when it comes to what women have been taught, nobody seems to give a fuck. And I'll see a lot of comments on other videos of guys saying they're so entitled and blah, 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 blah. And how many times do I have to explain? Well, with me. Okay, whatever. But like, how many times do I have to explain that women will say that they're a 10 on camera because they're trying to come off confident because that's what they're taught you are attracted to? Way over their head. But he's saying you got to settle, right? No, men settle. Women would rather not. Obviously, nuance still.
Around, like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, we can go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest, because every woman ain't gonna get 80, 20, 100, 0, whatever y'all thinking is gonna be 60, 40. Some of y'all gonna have to go 50-50 and shit. Y'all might gotta go 60, 40 on your end with the man, just to be happy at the end of the day. Like, let's be realistic. Come on now. Somebody gonna have to settle, man. That's all I'm saying. All the straight men that's left in the world, a lot of
men that say stuff like this, like, you can just say you want a 50-50 woman, and that's fine. Who cares? That's what you want. Okay, hold on.
A lot of them is in jail. A lot of them married. Went through that leave left. Everybody can't have they cake and eat it too. Like, you can't have the best.
Unfortunately, women can. And this is what men don't like. They think that I am favoring the woman side over this. And honestly, I'm just trying to warn y'all before you think that women are going to have any other outcome other than one that results in having their cake and eat it too. Like, you're just going to piss yourself off more.
Sometimes you got to just go for what you got and be happy and be grateful, because you can have nothing at the end of the day and be miserable. Come on now.
Rolo says this the best is women would rather share an alpha than be saddled with a beta. He also says women see men as like a burden in a way, that you just in the vicinity is work. I agree with that, unfortunately. They've done studies that said women who were single moms prior to being divorced, or wait, how do I word this? Single moms reported getting a lot more sleep. I think it was like 9 hours, had less chores to do, had more leisure time with the kids when they were not in the home with the husband. I've said it. I'll keep saying it. Even though y'all be yelling at me, I'm going to keep saying it because I feel like if you have the knowledge, you can do good with it, okay? Men from a young age have expectations on them that women will probably never understand to the fullest extent, and that is honestly by design. So women are asking for bare minimum from guys, and men cannot fathom that this is the low value man. Okay, I'll be more specific in a second. Women on TikTok are saying the bar is in the ground. The bar is in hell, meaning the obstacle for men to get over is so low. Women are putting up with so much shit. Arguably, this is what they're saying, that they're just asking for some goddamn effort. Okay. When a guy says, do you want to go for a coffee date? I know that a coffee date is like cheaper. You can kind of get to see if you like each other or attracted to each other. It's during the day, it's quick, and there's an exit, right? I get that. I think older women would probably get that too. I don't know if the young girls will get it. Maybe. But if you propose to a woman, let's go on a coffee date, see if we like each other, blah, 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 blah. They're from Tinder or some shit. On the receiving end, the woman thinks, oh, this man must be fucking a bunch of bitches that he has to save money and just go on a coffee date. This guy runs through women, not to your benefit. This guy wants to put in the least amount of effort. Okay, that's how women see that. That's why women are like, really? When you say that, because it's insulting to them. Well, I'm not a walking wallet. I hear y'all, okay? Do I think you should go on a fancy dinner? No, okay? Don't ask me what to do. God, I am a walking contradiction, okay? I'm aware of this. Like, I don't know what the best course of action is. I feel like a lot of these things sound good to me. And then I get ran up the flagpole by my hoes because they're like, no, you have to demand more. But they're not demanding a lot. It just looks that way because men are unaware of how women are socialized to cater to you guys. Men in the space specifically will be like, women are never taught how to treat a man. And it breaks my heart because I know that women are born with value and they'll lose it arguably quickly. And then they never saw it coming, blah, 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 blah. Don't lose your train of thought. Oh. Wait. God damn it. God dang it. What is this happening to me? Who's doing socialization? Oh, right. Women are taught. The guys in the space will say women are never taught how to treat a man. And I was building off of that by saying women, their entire lives, are taught how to be hot for men, taught what colors make men most attracted to them, what hair colors they like, what body types they like, how to position their purse. Do they prefer backpacks or a girly girl? Am I going to look too stuck up if I wear this or that? Oh, he likes women who are emotionally stable. I'll go into therapy. I will go on medication. I will do some other things like yoga, blah, blah, blah. Good things, right? They're not bad. Do men like curly or straight hair? It's always the opposite of what you fucking have, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. Okay. So when we talk about the wall, which doesn't actually exist, but for the sake of argument, when men in the space talk about the wall, they laugh at women that are going to hit it quickly. But what they don't see is that women only gain a little bit of confidence where they're comfortable in their skin. They have hormone changes where they have an increased libido. I can never say libido, increased desire. And they finally feel good without having to show up for men that treat them like shit. And then guess what happens? Boom. You're 34. Okay. It happens so quickly that I don't think guys, unless you try to empathize with it, I know some do, but it's not easy for women. And women will wake up at 30-ish and be like, all of that stuff never mattered. It didn't matter how I wore my clothes. He would have fucked me anyway. It doesn't matter if he likes skinny or fat bitches, although he shows that he likes skinny bitches, he be fucking the fat ones on the side. This whole time he preferred girls that were younger, and now I'm old. I never had to make myself look older because remember, that's what girls are doing in their 17, 18, well, maybe not 17, but 18, 19, 20, sneaking into clubs. You're wearing makeup, trying to look older. And then it takes probably their whole 20s to realize I don't want to show up for other people anymore. I want to show up for myself. This is when they find themselves. People like to think it's a fucking spree. Like, Jesus, can you guys calm your fucking boners? Respectfully. Love you. Like the video. But so women just get a little bit of confidence where they finally can stop it with the baggage and the barriers. They're like, I can trust men because I trust myself now. And guess what? You're telling me everything I did was a lie? I've been using my 20s to find my husband, and I've been doing it all wrong. Fuck you. It's the same as the male side, but we don't acknowledge the female side ever. Things like skinny culture. You guys remember when cocaine skinning was like a thing? Women were convinced this is what men want. Even though men will be like, no, we prefer this body type and blah, blah, blah. Women just assume that guys will like bend what they want because they want to just sleep with women anyway. But they will literally tailor everything in their life over things like this. It's sad, but it's the truth. And guys will never, and like women will have frustration with men that don't want to brush their teeth and don't want to shower because women were waking up at 4:00 in the morning during high school to put on makeup. Middle school even. So what is that? 12, and I'm being generous. It's probably younger. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 18 years. 18 years. I've been missing out on events because I didn't think I was up to par for men. like there's so many things. I'll have to write it down just to get it out, but I think about it often because the wall videos are not funny if you understand the woman's perception. Okay, entitlements. Did I cover that? I think I did, but I'll touch on it for those that are just joining. Then we'll watch women say, "I'm a 10" on a video and absolutely humiliate her, drag her in the comments. Do you guys? I don't give a fuck, but like women are taught that men are attracted to very confident, independent women. And if you say anything less, he will assume you have low self esteem and he will take advantage of you. And I know what you guys are thinking. We love the bitches with low self esteem. What are you talking about? We don't discriminate. Okay. Well, anytime women would go to even men for advice, they would tell them what was politically the correct answer without being like, hey, it's actually this. And a lot of guys won't even admit to some of these things because they're kind of, for lack of a better word, barbaric. They're kind of dark. They can be dark. Like if you asked a man, let's say you were in an invisible cloak and or a fly on the wall, and you were just like, I want to know what is the lowest he will go to cheat on me. And I'm telling you, you can't even fathom. The ogre, respectfully. Okay. They will, some go to men even. Okay. Topic for another day. Topic for another day. Low self-esteem is hot. Same. I like them to have a little bit of neuroticism. I think I've covered mostly what I wanted to cover there. I have more TikTok videos. I'm a snipe. Sorry. Hey, where'd it go? Did I close out of it? Okay, hold on. Do I have to get my QR code? Shit. Oh, I'm still. Bye. I'm done. Let's go to the profile. Favorites. Okay. We got a couple videos. I stumbled onto the feminist TikTok. I don't know if these are exactly feminism, but I've been coming across decentering men. It's giving 4B movement in Japan. I don't know that much about it. I'm still learning about it. Just by the name alone, to decenter men is to literally think about yourself for once. What? Tori, women are not taught how to treat a man. Women put everything on hold for a guy that's not even, they'll fucking do it for a crush. Shit. Women will do shit that you don't even know about. You don't know. Things like, oh, I'll help him with his business. And I can always do mine later. Because they have low self-esteem. They're like, he'll see that I sacrifice. And then what happens? He cheats on her. Okay? No, this isn't just like a one-off. This is the common modern woman's experience. You could trade some shit out, okay? But relatively, women focus so much on men, but pretend, and to the world, and to Twitter, they say the fucking opposite. And you're wondering, how the fuck do they do that? We can live in contradictions and dissonance just like men can, okay? That's why you'll see a lot of stress, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but a lot of the stress that I see with the younger generation and how they trauma dump on TikTok and shit. It's giving unstable, right? Decentering is Marxist jargon. Yeah, there's you guys know my stance on that shit. But decenter is to take the man out of take him off the pedestal and to focus on you. Because most guys are not going to see the stuff you do for them. A lot of marriages fail for this shit because women don't feel seen. I would fall in that category for sure. Okay. Even if I try to do all the small things because I forget the big things. Okay. But all the small things, I think that's better. I do. Okay. I do. Maybe I'm just coping. But to decenter men would be to focus on yourself. And I know guys are going to be like, feminist propaganda have been telling them to focus on themselves forever. And I hate to say this because I might get dragged, but I know the hoes absolutely know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say women subscribe to feminism because men, arguably not in the last 5 years, but men openly supported feminism. But women didn't realize they were doing that to get laid. Some did that were maybe more experienced, but women see being a feminist as something that men can admire about her. I know. You're all laughing at me, but it's the truth. Because women are taught that men want the hot, valid Victorian. Okay, the one that does what's the corpse? Peace Corps. Okay, she flew to Africa to do the Peace Corps. She flew to I don't know. She studied abroad for years. She's fucking trilingual. I've never said the word trilingual in my life. Is that even trilingual? Torlingual. Okay. For sure. They think that the woman who is the all-star woman, those women that you just walk into a room, maybe you remember them as a child, and they just were so put together. They were the PTA moms. They were the track stars. They were the hot tamales. Okay. They were the baking lady. Okay. They were always at the sports games, blah, blah, blah. Like, women think that's what men want. And to some degree, they do. But what they don't know is that the standard is so low. All women, most of them, for sex, will get over the threshold. Shit, some guys will. Okay. Topic for another day. Thank you for the super chat. Keep your girl off OnlyFans one shit at a time. I want a useful 8, like the video too. Yeah, 8s are great. I don't know what. Hey. How do we say it? Libido. Libido? I don't know. I'm just gonna say chemical desire. Whatever. Okay, now that we kind of gone through a little bit of decentering men, let's see what we can find on feminist TikTok. Okay. It's been a minute. I save way too many things. But you can always tell it's feminist TikTok when they use the green screen. Prove me wrong. I wish people would title their videos on their TikToks. That was the best thing. Is that not the trend right now? It's stressful. Okay. Oh, this is traumatizing.
At 40, you're gonna want kids. Stop saying y'all don't want kids. That's a damn lie.
I don't know about y'all, but it's been very, very entertaining to watch these men lose their ever-loving fucking minds. Knowing that all you have to do to piss a man off is to say you don't want marriage and kids. Chef's kiss. I have seen so many of these same types of videos of men coming on the internet telling us that we want marriage and kids. We want this, we want that, because if we don't want it, then we're just gonna die alone with 10 cats. I think the general consensus is that we are totally okay with cats. But why are you so paranoid and scared of a woman not needing you? Maybe you should go talk to the lady about that.
At 40, you're gonna want kids. Stop saying y'all don't want kids. That's a damn lie.
Men need women to want kids because it threatens their existence as well. Not at necessarily a conscious level. I don't know. You guys tell me. I feel like it would be more like in the lizard brain. Like on some fundamental level, it's like they weren't good enough. Do most men grow up wanting kids? I would probably say yeah. Let's see what else we got. Hold on.
This right here.
Oh God.
This right here.
It's so loud.
This comment reminds me of a TikTok that I saw. This creator was basically saying that they believe that women were supposed to be responsible for the gene pool, not men. And that because of the patriarchy, the gene pool got screwed up. Let me break this down. So she uses medieval Europe as an example, where the patriarchy took the power of procreation out of the hands of women through things like arranged marriage. So prior to the patriarchy, women were in control of the gene pool because they were in control of who they let bust up in their guts. So if you were an asshole, violent, aggressive, then chances are you weren't getting laid and your seed
Who's gonna tell her?
died with you. But when the patriarchy hit, women no longer were in control of whom they were getting with. They were forced into marriages through arrangements, because of financial needs, etc., etc. So now those same asshole, abusive, violent, do nothing, no good men were able to pass on their gene. And when low value men are able to pass their seed on, then that shit just multiplies every successive generation. And you end up
She's talking about the antisocial guys, and now we have more of them because they breeded. It makes sense.
with out of control toxic masculinity, where the kind and cooperative, emotionally intelligent men are in the minority. So, in conclusion, henceforth, wherewithal, lastly, with the changes that are happening in society, the asshole males might just breed themselves right out of the gene pool. This right here.
I know that might sound like horrible to some men, but she's kind of talking about what we talk about. Like, the top men should pretty much die off. If you're not going to do anything that benefits the species, what are you doing? Okay, I'm harsh, but the fuck am I? It's like I'm all kind, compassionate until I'm fucking not. I'm really not. Okay. This video is titled, "Why Can't Males Take No for an Answer?" Let's see. Wait, am I sharing it? Hold on, let me share it. Sorry. Was I sharing it before? Was I sharing the other shit? I swear to God. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Let's go back. This one goes kind of quickly, so pay attention. Okay, why can't males take no for an answer?
You can't be mad that the chick that you want because of what she looks like doesn't want you. You only want her for what she looks like anyways. She doesn't have the other qualities that you're looking for. Leave her alone.
I don't know that. I want, you know, I like what I see. I want to hear and get to know her better.
So just to rephrase, there's a girl that is really attractive, but she doesn't want him and she rejected him. She said, no, thank you. And she's saying, you don't even know if she has the traits that you want, so you might as well go look for somebody else. And he's like, well, I don't know yet. Bitch, what? She already rejected you. Why? Okay, I have a question, and I'm not being bitter. I swear to God, I'm not. When it seems like men have a very defeatist sort of mindset sometimes, but then they don't. And when they don't, it pertains to women, like a lot. Who taught you, whether it was a parent, was it school, was it friends, older brothers, like where did you get the information that women want to be pursued after they've rejected you? Or is this just like a biological thing where they're just like, she didn't say no, like I don't know, like must spread seed.
Sweetheart, they're talking to the women that are saying they're not going to cook. Leave them alone.
No, well, they find out she's not going to cook after they speak to them.
Okay, and then you're like, okay, then leave her alone. That's what I'm saying. There's somebody for everybody. The chick that doesn't want to cook, leave her alone.
But how many men, other than chefs, don't want a woman who's nurturing and wants to cook for them and caters to them? How many men don't want this?
I don't know the answer to that.
So this is men being delusional for a second. This is interesting because we don't talk about this. He's saying that, or she's saying like the women that don't want to cook and do that stuff, they're open about it. They're telling you they don't want to do that. Why do you still expect that out of them? And his answer was, well, all men want that. Tell me what's wrong with that. I think it's obvious. Sometimes I think it goes right over people's heads. Men in particular. And I don't know how to verbalize it though. Like, if a woman tells you no, she's not the right fit for you, she doesn't want to cook and all that shit, but you still waste her time, and then also get mad when she can't live up to your idealization. I mean, that's right there.
Imagine that most men do want that.
Right. There are things that women want. Mm-hmm. We know what they are.
And they may not get it. They might get it, they might not. Men can say what they want, they might get it, they might not. It's the same thing.
Why can't men just leave women alone? Why? Serious? Why can't men just leave women alone? The way she had to say, just leave them alone 11 times. And this man was so resistant just to the idea of leaving a woman alone who's not in.
Rolo said it before, and I don't know if this is a case of that, but that men can't take advice from women because they, like, on some level don't respect them. They think they're stupid. Shit like that. Is that a conscious thing? Let me know.
Interested in him. Every time I've ever done a post about the 4B movement in South Korea where women are saying they don't want to deal with men anymore, without fail, I have a bunch of dudes in the comments complaining and trying to prove to us why we need them, how bad it's going to be for us if we stop dealing with them.
So wait, men become, and I support passport bros, but men become passport bros. Like, oh, women will then see that they're fucked if we don't want to date them. I'm not talking infrastructure shit. I'm talking just dating. Like, oh, haha, we want the foreign women, blah, blah, blah. What's wrong with the opposite of that? You can't also be up in the comments. I mean, you can, it's a free country, but it's like, it almost seems like men are insufferable. And I know it. I'm sure there's women that are insufferable from their eyes. I get it. I contradict myself a lot, but let's keep going.
The question is why? I mean, I know I'm going to actually regret this, but I actually want to know. I would love some men to come in and tell us women, why can't y'all take no for an answer? Why do you need to force yourself on people who are not interested in engaging with you? Why was that guy in the Stitch video so resistant to the idea of just moving on to another woman who actually might be interested in him and might be what he's looking for? What is it? Because whenever somebody tells me they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them.
Right. I agree with that. Is it loading? No, that's it. Okay. Let me see what you all are saying there in the chat. Oh. Yeah, no, that just restarted. Bye. Let's see what y'all be saying. What he's trying to explain badly is that people have duties. You have to do the things you don't want to do. Not everything is a choice. Right, but women have autonomy and agency. So if a woman expresses that she doesn't want your advancements, why do they keep going? I'm not talking about EPAR, catcalling. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking strictly in terms of like she politely rejects you. She can, she won't. There's a difference. But I agree. Expecting more from people than they're capable of is a recipe for disappointment on both sides. Hello, is this the real Rolo? Yeah, it is. He's wrenched. Why can't beta men leave women alone? Rolo, they won't leave us alone. Okay. We need to sweep them away. Bye. I'm just kidding. Justice for the beta men. Okay. Because women don't want to pull their weight. But wait, okay, maybe I'm thinking this is for something else. Hold on. Saying beta is just weak. Gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I agree. They don't want to deal with guys who don't fuck. Rolo, they are dirty and they don't clean up after themselves. They're oblivious and they're dumb sometimes. You know what I don't like? Like mean betas. Like an angry beta. Okay. I fear for my life. I'm not even kidding. Okay. There's a species. There's like something that happens in animal kingdoms where one individual garners more resources and threatens his hot thing and they kill each other. So that's just why I say that. No, persistence is beta game. Rolo. Genius. Okay, hold on. Let's pull it up. Don't hate the beta. I do. Rolo, which one is it? Don't hate the beta or beta game? Let's go to beta game. It's giving older articles. Unclear. Beta men think... Oh, okay, yeah. Beta men think persistence is chivalry. Rolo, if men understand that... Like, I've been hearing about a lot more videos where women are complaining that men want to split the bill, okay? What else? That they don't open doors for them and whatever. So on some level, these betas understand that women want equality, but then when it comes to beta game and chivalry, doesn't that counteract the feminism component? Right? Because if you're a beta who supports women's rights, sorry. If you are a beta that supports women's rights, you can't also be chivalrous, right? It's gonna fuck me up, Rolo. It's gonna fuck me up. Can read along. Am I missing something? I'll be on Tim Pool Culture War tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. That should be fun. Sick invite. Where is his show anyway? He's from Chicago, isn't he? Chivalry isn't opening doors. Okay. Isn't opening true chivalry? Is that what we're saying? Wait, I feel like you're confusing. Chivalry is not... No, I know. It's the feminism that's not opening doors. That's what I'm saying. Like beta men on some level are like, she wants us to respect her rights and she doesn't want us to open the doors because she's capable. So they understand on some level that there's this form of game. It doesn't actually work. I'm not saying it does, but like they think that this is how it works. So then they don't open the doors. But you're saying that so like the opposite of the feminism stuff. No, it's confusing me. It's gonna fuck me up. Thank you for the super chat. Keep your girl off OnlyFans one chat at a time. Nemo that cat. Maryland. What? That's where it is? Would never have guessed. I would have never guessed that. Rolla, you want to come on? I'll send you the link. This is fun. Women don't want equality. Not really. They flaunt. Your nose looks like a jet. Thank you, sir. Okay, wait. What guys call chivalry is just 20. You guys use this term LARPing. Like, I don't get it. What is a LARPer? LARPing. I'm sure there'll be more input as to different methods that betas use to facilitate breeding. Sexual fetishes, preferences come to mind. The need to breed under the duress of competition. Okay, I'm going to go back to the other one. Beta traits. Where's the LARPing? I love that it's Simperi. Kills me. Lean in, lean out. Yeah. I have it. Okay, this is like that green line stuff. Beta tells. Same thing. Let's see. The isolationists. Is that it? Jesus. It's all falling. All right. Where do you guys find these photos? Oh, actually, this is good. We talk about this life. Or I'm sorry, we talk about this a lot when we talk about fulfillment. Let's debunk that, okay, if you want to read it. This is so funny. Wait. Women say they want guys to leave them alone and then take out 9 loans for the Tinder swindler. And then ask for men's help for repayment on GoFundMe. What is going on? Live action role play. Oh, duh. Pussy, baby. Oh. What's the gender war about? Why is your nose invisible? It shouldn't be. Unclear. Let's go back to TikTok.
I'm telling you, decentering men makes you age backwards. Look at divorce glow ups. Look at my story.
That is the amazing Mel Hamlet. She is doing the goddess's work, washing women's brain with information you need to listen to, because for far too long, women have been brainwashed to believe that you are the caregiver, you are the nurturer, you are the fixer, you are the savior. That's where you get your value. That is utter fucking bullshit, because literally men are unaliving you. They are sucking you of all your energy and your time. You have to become obsessed with you. You have to become fucking fabulously selfish and make yourself a priority. When I decentered men in my life, everything shifted in my favor. I reclaimed my time, my energy. I'm becoming more vibrant, more passionate, more determined in life as an older, iconic woman. And here's the kicker, because I don't have all the fucking stress of dealing with the emotional labor or trying to caretake someone who doesn't want to do the inner work. I no longer have that stress. So I look fucking fabulous. I look way better now than I ever did when I was in relationship. Go follow Mel Hamlet, and today, decenter men and...
Sounds like a political movement. Jesus. Side note. Cher looks banging. Okay, I want the rainbow outfit.
I weigh 103 pounds. And I weigh 104 or 5, around there. I guess I weigh about 106. Well, I can eat anything. What would I? She just told me I should gain 10 pounds. Have you been talking to my mother? What are my real measurements? Well.
Was she like a hot tamale back in the day? Was she? If something piques your interest, let me know. We have a lot. What's this? By the time a woman actually breaks up with you, you'll be like, she moved on so fast. Oh, nay, nay. Motherhood? Should we talk about motherhood? Oh, no.
I really believe
I'm in my epiphany phase. Let's hear it.
that mothers and children are like a forgotten species in our modern day society.
Aww.
Like, you become a mom and then suddenly you're like pushed out. Go find your mommy and me group. Go figure it out on your own. And we'll see you when you can be productive again.
The job of being a mother, it feels a lot for one person because it was never meant to be for one person.
Exactly.
It was meant for a village.
A village
was
like, let's remember how to take care of our moms.
Yeah.
They need rest. They need proper nutrition.
Cute. Okay. I feel like we're really far down. Did I not save them? Did I just heart them? Hold on. Okay. Like the video. Please. Please. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys the Drake thing. Okay. We have to be serial for a moment. There's a movie that came out on HBO Max that talks about Dan Schneider, who EPAR'd boys. Drake Bell being one of them. Drake Bell was also falsely accused of trying to get explicit photos from somebody who was underage. The girl ended up lying, and they proved it in court. Everything was fine, but there's still people commenting on this movie specifically saying, well, he was a perpetrator too. He wasn't. Okay. Drake Bell really put into words some things that I think when women say, people just kind of, they're like, they're lying. I don't know. So maybe, I don't know. Let's watch it.
There was this time that I was at her house and Brian had planned to take me to...
Wait, is this the one that I want? I want to make sure I have the good one. 24
I was
million.
sleeping on the couch
Okay, Drake in bed.
where I would usually sleep. And I woke up to him. I just opened my eyes. I woke up and he was
SA.
and I froze and was in complete shock and had no idea what to do or how to react. You know, he's so apologetic. Oh, this will never happen again. I'm so sorry. You know, that I don't know what got into me, and I crossed the line, and this will never happen again. And well, he figured out how to convince my mom and everyone around to have me, you know, anytime I would have an audition or anytime I needed to work on dialogue or anything, I somehow ended up back at Brian's house. I really don't know how to elaborate on that on camera, really. Why don't you think of the worst stuff that someone could do to somebody as a and that'll answer your question. I don't know how else to put it.
It's uncomfortable.
It was not a one-time thing. It was not a oops. No, it is, I mean,
This is important.
I was sleeping on the couch.
Okay, it's going to be in the other one. I want you to pay attention to the ways that he couldn't tell people because of what he had put in place, the perpetrator had set in place. And then also how traumatic it is to go to the cops. And that's a pretty important one. And you'll empathize. It's just, oh.
There was this time that I was at her house and Brian had planned to take me to Disneyland. I was like, this is not happening. I'm not going. No. And Brian's calling my cell phone nonstop. I was just ignoring it. Well, he started calling my girlfriend's house non-stop. I mean, over and over and over and over. Finally, her mom answered and brought it to me. And he's like, what are you doing? We had plans. People are watching me on the phone. So I just played it off as like, I must have made double plans, but I'm gonna hang here tonight. And he got really upset. And I hung up the phone. And he started calling back and calling back.
Ooh, I want to kill him.
My girlfriend's mom said, hey, Drake, can I talk to you in the kitchen for a second? She shuts the door behind me, so...
And this is why I think both men and women are protectors. Men are protectors in like getting you out of the way when a car is coming in, blah, 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 like instant, think fast shit, pull the kid up from the alligator. But it's women that they sense when shit's off. You can make fun of us for intuition. You can call us a bunch of witches. But God bless this mom because his mom did nothing. I think it's Vanessa Hudgens' mom too, by the way. That's his girlfriend, I believe.
You know, so it's just the two of us. She's like, what's going on? And I go, oh yeah, Brian, we had plans. She goes, no. A 40-something-year-old man does not call my daughter's boyfriend like that.
Based.
My girlfriend's mom asked, what's going on? And I go, oh, you know, he is kind of strange. I'm trying to distance myself from him because like things are getting a little weird. So she took matters into her own hands. She called my mom. She's like, I'm taking Drake to see our therapist tomorrow because something is going on. And we need to figure it out because it seems like he's in quite a bit of danger. And so I went to the therapist and I just was so scared to just say anything. I didn't know how to explain it. I mean, I still don't. I mean, I'm still like, you know, I've never talked about this outside of therapy, which, and I just said, nah, you know, it's everything's normal. It's just, you know, things are getting a little weird, but nothing's happened. But you know, good thing we caught it when we did, you know. And then I realized it was just so calculated, you know, it's just like,
pay attention.
I was like, wow, you moved all the pieces into place. The whole thing was mental manipulation. He was so integrated in all of these different productions and knew these directors and these producers that if I were to say anything or do anything, that he had the ability to basically go, well, you're never going to work with this person, you're never going to work with that person. So it was me believing that I would never be able to do this ever again. And I would have to go figure out how to wax surfboards or, you know, I didn't want to risk that. You know, I was doing what I love to do, and so I just kept it inside. We ended up having to reshoot the pilot for Drake and Josh. And Brian...
I know they haven't said it yet, and I have to pause just in case, you know. But Dan Schneider is the dialogue coach, but he also helps with writing certain scenes in. If you guys have ever heard about directors writing in kind of sexually explicit scenes into things like Zack and Cody, he was a part of that. Okay, let's keep going.
And was trying to get me to convince Dan that he should be the dad on the show. And I was like, that is not gonna happen. You're not coming anywhere near this show. And then one day, I was just on the phone with my mom. I just exploded. I have no idea what provoked it. I have no idea what happened, but I just screamed into the phone everything that had been happening to me. My mom immediately called the police, and within, I don't know how much time, I was sitting in the dining room of my mom's house with a few detectives and my mom being asked what happened. The investigation was pretty brutal. I had to be excruciatingly detailed about every single thing, time that it had happened with two absolute strangers. The worst part was I had to make a phone call to Brian and get him to admit what he'd done. And so there I was in this room of my mom's house. It looked like a movie. They had an old style tape recorder attached to a black phone landline. You know, they had their headphones on. it took a couple times. Then I called. He answers. So I said, you know, I'm really struggling with this stuff now, and I'm so torn up. I'm so broken. I can't. I'm so emotionally distressed right now, and why did this happen? You know. He just started a full-on confession, and then he kept asking me over and over again. He's like, "Are we being recorded?" It was just all these mixed emotions of thank God, finally, this gets handled, and finally something happens to this person. There was this time that I was at her house.
I think there was one more part, if I remember correctly. It is called, what was it called? Making the cut? Something? Shit.
I was sleeping on the couch where I would usually.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the shows or anything, right?
It was a child actor.
On one of our shows.
Yes.
Comment says, when he said on one of our shows, I knew he was ready to go in. That guy was like the only adult that tried to guard them, and they fired him. It's disgusting.
Drake Bell speaks out about the sexual abuse he suffered at the age of 15. The former Nickelodeon star appears in the new documentary Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, which investigates the experiences of former child stars who worked on Nickelodeon shows produced by Dan Schneider.
Also, Dan Schneider, this guy, was so close with Amanda Bynes, and Amanda Bynes had a Twitter. Do you guys remember this? Where she was like kind of unhinged. She said, I was impregnated by my boss at 13. I don't know if he necessarily did anything, but they were very close. I don't know if this is going to acknowledge it.
According to Today.com, Drake tells his story for the first time publicly, reportedly revealing he was the unnamed minor in the 2004 sexual assault conviction of acting coach Brian Peck. The former child star reportedly says in the film that the coach abused him over the course of months at his home, allegedly turning Drake against his father, who had become suspicious of Peck, and ultimately his mother and stepfather. According to Today, Drake says his separation from his family meant he often spent the night at Peck's home. The Drake and Josh alum reportedly says that one morning, quote, I woke up and he was sexually assaulting me, and I froze and was in complete shock and had no idea what to do or how to react. He says he later revealed the abuse to his mother, who called police. According to court records viewed by E! News, the acting coach, now 63, was convicted of 2 charges that included lewd act upon a child 14 or 15 by a person 10 years or older, and oral copulation of a person under 16. He served over a year in prison and was made to register as a sex offender. E! News has reached out to Brian Peck, Dan Schneider, and Nickelodeon for comment, but has not yet heard back. In a statement to NBC News, a Nickelodeon spokesperson says, quote, now that Drake Bell has disclosed his identity as the plaintiff in the 2004 case, we are dismayed and saddened to learn of the trauma he has endured, and we commend and support the strength required to come forward. As far as the workplace allegations against Dan Schneider addressed in the documentary, a spokesperson for the 58-year-old previously told E! News he understood what they were going through and he was their biggest champion. The fact is, many of the kids on these shows are put in the untenable position of becoming the breadwinner for their family and the pressure that comes along with that. It continued in part, that is why there are many levels of standards, executives, lawyers, teachers, and parents everywhere all the time, on every set, every day. However, it is still a hard place to be a kid, and nobody knew that better than Dan.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the show.
Okay. Crazy. Sad. I'm going to end it here. Like the video, comment, subscribe. We might do another video later, but probably going to do it in the morning.